Hey, disciplined minds. Have you ever wondered why some people steadily build wealth, achieve success, and move forward in life with confidence, while others work just as hard yet remain stuck in the same financial position year after year? Why do some people seem to attract opportunities, build businesses, and grow their income, while others struggle to turn their effort into real success? Is it luck? Is it connections? Or is it something far more powerful, something hidden in the way they think, act, and discipline their lives? The Stoic philosophers believed something very important about success. They believed that wealth and achievement are not random events. They are the natural result of clear thinking, disciplined action, and strong character. In other words, success does not begin in your bank account. It begins in your mindset and habits. Most people want to become wealthy, but very few people develop the mindset required to handle wealth. Most people want success, but they refuse to build the discipline that success demands. This is why many people remain busy, yet never become truly successful. The Stoics understood something that still applies in the modern world. If you want to build wealth, you must first build self-mastery. If you want to become successful, you must develop clarity, discipline, patience, and intelligent action. These are the same mental principles that helped emperors, generals, leaders, and great thinkers remain strong even in difficult circumstances. And today, those same principles can help you build something powerful in your own life. Financial growth, professional success, personal stability, and a level of focus that most people never achieve. In this video, we will explore 5 Stoic rules that can completely change your life financially and help you move toward wealth and success. These rules are not complicated, but they are powerful. If you apply them consistently, they can transform the way you think about money, work, discipline, and long-term achievement. As the philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. In other words, success is not something you chase occasionally. It is something you build through disciplined habits every single day. So if you are serious about improving your life, building wealth, and becoming a more disciplined thinker, take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video. Hit the like button and share this video with a friend who also wants to become more successful in life. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can share with someone is a better way to think about success. Now let us begin with the first Stoic rule that can transform your financial future. Rule number 1. Stop chasing comfort, start chasing discipline. One of the biggest reasons many people never become wealthy or successful is simple. They chase comfort instead of progress. They want the rewards of success, but they avoid the discipline required to create it. They want financial freedom, but they resist the effort needed to build it. The Stoic philosophers understood a powerful truth. Comfort rarely creates success. Discipline does. If you study the lives of highly successful people, entrepreneurs, innovators, leaders, and builders, you will notice something interesting. Their lives are rarely comfortable. They wake up early. They work long hours. They make difficult decisions. They sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. And this is exactly what most people are unwilling to do. Modern society encourages comfort, comfortable routines, comfortable spending, comfortable thinking. But comfort often keeps people stuck in the same financial situation for decades. The Stoics believed that growth requires intentional discomfort. This means choosing actions that are difficult now but beneficial in the future, saving money when it would be easier to spend it, learning new skills when it would be easier to relax, working on your goals when others are distracted by entertainment. This kind of discipline may not feel exciting at first, but over time, it builds something extremely valuable: momentum. Financial success is rarely sudden. It grows gradually through consistent actions. One skill learned, one smart investment, one disciplined decision at a time. The problem is that most people quit too early. They want quick results. They want immediate rewards. And when progress feels slow, they abandon the process. But Stoic thinkers trained themselves to respect slow progress because they understood something important. Small, disciplined actions repeated over many years create extraordinary results. Consider two different lifestyles. The first person spends money impulsively, avoids difficult work, and constantly seeks entertainment. The second person saves consistently, improves their skills, and works patiently toward long-term goals. At the beginning, their lives may look similar, but after 10 years, the difference becomes dramatic. One person is still struggling financially. The other has built stability, income growth, and opportunities. The difference is not luck. The difference is discipline. The philosopher John Locke once wrote, "The discipline of desire is the background of character." What he meant was simple. Success requires controlling the urge to chase immediate pleasure. When you learn to delay gratification, you gain a powerful advantage over most people. Instead of reacting to impulses, you begin making decisions based on long-term benefit. This changes everything. Instead of spending money carelessly, you invest it. Instead of avoiding hard work, you embrace it. Instead of drifting through life, you build something meaningful. Another powerful Stoic lesson is that discipline creates freedom. At first, discipline feels restrictive. Saving money feels limiting. Working hard feels demanding. Building skills requires effort. But over time, discipline produces the exact opposite of restriction. It produces freedom. Financial freedom. Career freedom. The freedom to make choices based on your values instead of your financial limitations. Many people dream about freedom, but they refuse to practice the habits that create it. The Stoics would say, "This is like wanting strength without exercise. It simply does not work." Every successful life is built on daily discipline, and the sooner you embrace this truth, the sooner your life begins to change. Discipline does not mean punishing yourself. It means organizing your life around purpose instead of comfort. It means making decisions today that your future self will thank you for. And when you commit to this mindset, something powerful begins to happen. You stop waiting for opportunities. You begin creating them. You stop blaming circumstances. You begin improving your strategy. You stop chasing temporary pleasures. You start building lasting success. Over time, this mindset compounds. Your skills grow. Your confidence grows. Your financial opportunities grow, and slowly but surely the life you once imagined begins to take shape. That is the power of Stoic discipline, and that is why the first rule for building wealth and success is simple. Stop chasing comfort. Start chasing discipline. Because the road to wealth is rarely comfortable, but it is always built by those who have the strength to keep moving forward when others choose the easier path. Rule number 2, invest in your mind, the wealth that multiplies everything. If there is one investment that almost guarantees success over time, it is this: invest in your mind. Most people think wealth begins with money. The Stoics believed wealth begins with knowledge, skill, and clear thinking. Because money can disappear, opportunities can vanish, but a trained mind can create wealth again and again. Look closely at people who build lasting success. Entrepreneurs, inventors, great leaders, they all share one powerful habit: they never stop learning. While others spend hours scrolling through distractions, they spend time studying, improving their skills, and expanding their understanding of the world. And that difference becomes enormous over time. The philosopher Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." Think about that carefully. When you invest money in a business, you may receive a profit. But when you invest in knowledge, that knowledge improves every decision you make for the rest of your life. It improves how you work. It improves how you solve problems. It improves how you recognize opportunities others cannot see. And opportunities are where wealth is created. Many people remain financially stuck not because they are lazy, but because they stop learning too early. They graduate from school and believe education has ended. But the Stoics believed that education should never stop. Life itself is a continuous training ground. Every book you read sharpens your thinking. Every skill you develop increases your value. Every new idea expands your ability to solve problems. And the truth about wealth is simple. People who solve bigger problems earn bigger rewards. A person who can solve complex problems in business, technology, or leadership will always create more value than someone who only performs routine tasks. That is why learning is so powerful. It increases the number of problems you are capable of solving, and the more value you create, the more success naturally follows. But there is another benefit to investing in your mind. It protects you from manipulation. A person who does not think clearly can easily be misled. Bad investments, poor financial decisions, short-sighted opportunities, but a trained mind sees deeper. It asks better questions. It evaluates risks carefully, and this clarity prevents costly mistakes. The philosopher Francis Bacon once wrote, "Knowledge itself is power, but in the modern world, knowledge is more than power. It is economic power. It determines who leads, who innovates, and who builds wealth." The Stoics would remind us that learning is not about collecting information. It is about improving judgment. Because success in life is ultimately the result of good decisions repeated over time. And good decisions come from a disciplined mind. So if you truly want to become wealthy and successful, remember this second Stoic rule. Invest in your mind every single day. Read, learn, study your craft, improve your thinking. Because when your knowledge grows, your value grows. And when your value grows, the world begins to reward you in ways most people never experience. Rule 3. Guard your time like your greatest wealth. If you want to become wealthy and successful, there is one resource you must learn to protect with discipline: your time. Most people think money is the most valuable thing they have. But Stoic philosophy teaches a deeper truth. Money can be lost and earned again. Opportunities can disappear and return. But time once spent is gone forever. And this is where many people unknowingly sabotage their own success. They protect their money, but they waste their time. Hours disappear into distractions, endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, unnecessary conversations. And by the end of the day, nothing meaningful has been built. No progress, no growth, no wealth. The Stoics believed that time is the true currency of life. It is the raw material from which success, discipline, productivity, and wealth are created. The philosopher Benjamin Franklin once said, "Lost time is never found again." That single sentence contains a powerful truth. Every successful person understands that time is not something to spend carelessly. It is something to invest strategically. Think about how wealthy and successful people structure their lives. They guard their time fiercely. They wake up early. They focus deeply. They remove distractions. They organize their day around progress, productivity, and long-term goals. Why? Because they understand a powerful Stoic principle. Where your time goes, your future follows. If your time is spent on growth, your life grows. If your time is spent on distraction, your life stagnates. This is why Stoic discipline places such importance on daily habits. Success is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built through consistent daily progress. 1 hour of learning, 1 hour of building, 1 hour of focused work. When these hours compound over months and years, something extraordinary happens. Your knowledge expands, your skills sharpen, your opportunities multiply, and slowly the results begin to appear. More income, more influence, more financial stability. But here is the challenge. The modern world is designed to steal your attention. Every app, every notification, every distraction is competing for the same thing: your time. And whoever controls your time controls the direction of your life. This is why Stoic thinkers practiced intentional focus. They chose carefully how they spent their hours. They removed unnecessary noise. They protected their attention, because attention creates productivity. Productivity creates value, and value creates wealth. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once wrote, "Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it." That difference is everything. One group spends time. The other group uses time to build a future. And that future eventually becomes success. So if you want to apply this Stoic rule to your own life, start with a simple question every morning. What am I building today with my time? Not what you are consuming, not what you are avoiding, but what you are creating, because wealth is rarely the result of luck. It is the result of disciplined time investment repeated daily. So remember this third Stoic rule: guard your time like your greatest wealth, because the way you spend your hours today will quietly determine how successful your life becomes tomorrow. And before we move to the next rule, I want you to do something powerful. Write this affirmation in the comment section. I discipline my time and success follows my life. Type it with intention, because when you respect your time, you begin to build the future most people only dream about. Rule number 4, build value first. Wealth always follows value. If you study the lives of truly wealthy and successful people, you will notice something important. They do not chase money directly. They focus on creating value, and money follows. This is one of the most powerful principles in Stoic philosophy when applied to modern success and wealth building. Many people spend their lives chasing quick money. They look for shortcuts. They jump from one opportunity to another. They search for fast profits, quick results, and easy success. But the Stoics would say that this mindset is unstable, because money gained without value is rarely sustained. Real wealth is built differently. It is built by becoming useful, skilled, and valuable to the world. The more value you create, the more opportunities naturally come toward you. This is why people who solve important problems often become very successful. They build companies, they invent products, they develop services. They improve systems that help thousands or even millions of people. And because they create massive value, wealth becomes a natural consequence. The philosopher Adam Smith, who shaped modern economic thinking, once wrote, "The real price of everything is the toil and trouble of acquiring it." In other words, meaningful success is earned by effort, skill, and contribution. The Stoics believed that each person should strive to become excellent in their craft. Whatever you do it well. Improve constantly, refine your skills, expand your knowledge, because excellence attracts opportunity. When you become extremely good at solving problems, people begin to notice. Employers notice, clients notice, investors notice, and suddenly your work becomes valuable in ways it never was before. This is why Stoic discipline emphasizes continuous improvement. Every year you should become more skilled than the year before, more knowledgeable, more strategic, more capable. Because the modern world rewards people who bring solutions, not excuses. The philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson expressed this idea perfectly when he said, "If a man can write a better book, preach a better sermon, or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, the world will make a beaten path to his door." Think about that. If you build something truly valuable, the world will eventually come looking for you. But this requires patience. It requires deep work, and it requires the Stoic mindset of focusing on long-term mastery instead of short-term gain. Many people chase trends, but disciplined thinkers build skills that last decades. Communication, leadership, financial intelligence, problem-solving, creative thinking. These skills compound over time, and when they combine with strong character and discipline, they create powerful opportunities for wealth. So instead of asking the question most people ask, "How can I make money quickly?" Ask a better question. How can I become so valuable that money naturally flows toward me? That question changes everything, because when you focus on value creation, You stop chasing money. You start building impact, reputation, and influence. And those three things are magnets for success. So remember this fourth Stoic rule. Build value first. Wealth always follows value. When you discipline your mind, sharpen your skills, and focus on solving meaningful problems, you position yourself for the kind of success that is not temporary, but lasting. Rule number 5. Master emotional control, the hidden power behind wealth and success. There is one trait that separates disciplined, wealthy, and successful people from those who constantly struggle. It is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is emotional control. The Stoic philosophers believe that the greatest victories in life are not external. They are internal. Because when a person cannot control their emotions, they cannot control their decisions. And when decisions are unstable, success becomes impossible to sustain. Think about how many financial mistakes are caused by emotion. Fear makes people sell opportunities too early. Greed makes people chase risky decisions. Anger destroys partnerships and relationships. Impatience causes people to abandon long-term goals before success appears. In other words, emotions often sabotage wealth. But Stoic discipline teaches something different. It teaches the power of calm thinking, rational judgment, and emotional mastery. The philosopher Epictetus explained this principle clearly when he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is one of the deepest truths in Stoicism. If your emotions control you, your life becomes unpredictable. But when you learn to control your reactions, you gain something extremely powerful. Clarity. Clarity allows you to make better decisions. Clarity allows you to stay calm when others panic. Clarity allows you to see opportunities when others only see problems. And in the world of business, leadership, investing, and wealth building, clarity is a massive advantage. The psychologist William James, often called the father of modern psychology, once said, "The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another." Think about that carefully. You may not control every situation, but you can control how you interpret and respond to it. And that single ability can determine whether you rise or fall in life. Successful people do not avoid problems. They expect them. They face uncertainty with discipline. They respond to failure with strategy instead of panic. They understand that setbacks are not signs to quit. They are signals to adapt and grow stronger. This is why Stoic philosophy remains so powerful even today. It trains the mind to remain steady in chaos. It builds the kind of mental resilience required for long-term success. When markets change, the Stoic thinker stays calm. When competitors appear, the Stoic thinker improves strategy. When failures occur, the Stoic thinker learns and continues forward. Over time, this emotional discipline creates something extremely valuable: consistency. And consistency is one of the most underrated success principles in the world. Anyone can work hard for a few weeks. Anyone can feel motivated for a short time. But those who control their emotions can remain disciplined for years. And when disciplined action compounds over years, it builds something extraordinary: skills, influence, financial stability, and eventually, wealth. The Roman emperor and Stoic thinker Marcus Aurelius wrote in his personal journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That strength is what separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. Because the world will always contain uncertainty, but the Stoic learns to remain steady inside it. And that steadiness allows them to continue building when others give up. So remember this final Stoic rule: master emotional control. Because when you control your mind, you control your decisions. When you control your decisions, you control your direction. And when your direction is guided by discipline, clarity, and patience, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Dear disciplined minds, these are the 5 Stoic rules that can transform your life, your mindset, and your path toward wealth and success. Practice discipline instead of comfort. Invest in your mind, guard your time, build value, and master emotional control. When these principles become part of your daily life, something powerful begins to happen. You stop drifting, you start building, and slowly, quietly, the life you once imagined begins to take shape. If this message resonated with you, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video. Hit the like button and share this video with someone who is serious about becoming successful in life, because sometimes a single idea can change the direction of a person's future, and Stoic wisdom has been doing exactly that for more than 2,000 years. Thank you so much for watching.